G'day guys, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are in the Harper camp, base, stronghold, whatever you want to really call this place. And yeah, we've met Jaheira, the leader of the Harpers. She's apparently some kind of a legendary hero. Karlach is obviously super impressed that she got the chance to meet her. And yeah, we're going to be having a chat with her shortly. A few other interesting things happened with the strange ox. I feel a bit guilty about taking out the strange ox as a result of our interaction there. I mean, look, you never know what was going to transpire, right? Like, I really don't know if this being, which seemed somewhat malevolent, was going to, you know, do anything towards sort of the end of the game, perhaps. So yeah, we forced it to come clean, you know, decided to attack us, so we had no choice. Anyway, I'm just trying to justify my decisions here, guys. And we do have Damon. We've had a chat with him. Good news is he's going to be able to do stuff for Karlach. We don't know what the bad news is, which worries me a little bit, but before we do anything else, let's have another chat with Karlach and see what she wants to say to us.
Infernal metal! Yes! We've got to bring this to Damon as soon as we can. Let's hop to it. I can't wait to have this done.
Yeah, yep. No worries, no worries. We do have infernal metal, like, we've got like a couple of batches of infernal metal in storage at the camp, but we'll circle back around to that. I'm just having a look here. So we've got investigate the Selunite resistance. Do we have any specific thing we need to do here? Okay. Well, we just need to go to the inn, I suppose, which we will definitely do. But there's tons to see outside, so I'm kind of interested in just looking around before continuing into some of these bigger structures, so let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know if there's maybe something above the barn. And my guess is perhaps maybe similar to what happened in the previous region. We'll have, you know, decisions to make on which faction to side with. I think the answer to that question is pretty obvious. And, you know, which area to wage war in, so to speak. And to have fights in. And yeah, perhaps maybe, you know, similar to what happened with the goblins, they would perhaps make a request to us to, you know, try and take out the Harpers, and similarly the Harpers are probably going to request the same thing. Okay, so not a ton of stuff here. Ooh, there's a chest. Doesn't count as stealing.
Open up.
So, have we been down there? No, we haven't. We'll jump down in a second.
Bet I can crack that open.
Let's see. Rippling Force Mail. Gain Force Conduit when taking slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning damage. Disadvantage on stealth checks. Rippling Force Mail. Force Conduit. 17 armor class. That's pretty decent. I wonder if this could be something we give to Lae'zel. Reduced by 1 per turn remaining. If the entity takes damage while it has 5 or more turns remaining, it deals 1 to 4 force damage in a 6-meter radius. Hang on. Gain force conduit. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you get reduced damage by 1 per turn remaining. Okay. So if they've got more turns, then it'll be reduced even more. Sometimes I'm getting confused about turns and why we would be talking about turns as a resource in this case, because doesn't everyone have just 1 turn in a particular round of turns? So I don't really understand that. Perhaps maybe people can, you know, help me out a little bit in the comments, but anyway, I suppose I don't really need to circle back down normally. I could probably just jump down here, or no, it's going to hurt us a little bit. Yeah, okay. We'll walk down there, or run down there like civilized people. And yeah, this is sort of where the protection ends. There's traps, obviously, which you don't want to mess with. Don't know if there's actually anything out this way. Possibly. Alright. Not too much more going on there. We could probably just swing down this way. We did see someone down there, and I'm sort of keen on having a bit of a chat. Where is everyone? Why is everyone not following us?
Where am I needed? Ever onward.
Strange.
All right. What now?
Okay. Don't know what happened there, but...
Traps, please.
Yeah, another pathway up this way. Be obviously interested in going that way, but maybe we should wait until we get the Selunite blessing.
I can't.
Okay, better. Sorry. Let me just also tidy up a few things here. I know I've been randomly just picking stuff up and not sending them to the camp. Even some of these magical items, I suppose I should be moving to camp. We'll make decisions on whether or not we're going to utilize certain things at another time. Yep, that looks good. This can probably just go into the book. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Bex.
Please, I just want to be alone.
I remember you. Bex, right? Where's your man?
Gone? Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. Said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. Martin, Dor, Roshan.
Okay, we're definitely going to try and look for this Danis and, well, whoever else might be captured, who we can still save once we get to Moonrise Towers. How did you manage to get away?
I've always been good at running. Unlike Tanis, I didn't realize one day our lives would depend on it. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Danis could still be alive. Don't give up on him just yet.
Do you really think so? By the gods, I hope you're right. I wish I hadn't let go of him.
I'll do my best to find him, but I can't promise anything.
It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me.
Okay. We'll definitely try and find him, that's for sure. The question is, we might find him, but then we might have some kind of a new dilemma at that point in how we're supposed to try and save him. And yeah, so far we've been sort of fumbling a little bit with trying to save certain people. But hopefully we'll figure it out. Right, so there's plenty of stuff going on in this place. Another sort of open area there. I'll come back to it once we do just a little bit of a lap of the area.
Just another crate.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stuff.
Okay, it looks like we've got yet another trader here, so probably a lot of things that we're going to have to consider.
Your job is to serve drinks, you little devil. Do it.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Looks empty.
Anything going on up this way? Guess I missed all of that. Probably just filled with rotten stuff, but you never know. Oh, what's going on here? I guess she might be praying or something?
We lost a good one today. Jonas. He was as green as they come. Poor kid.
I wonder if that's one of the ones that we took out. I don't know. Could be. Definitely feel a little bit guilty about that now.
You made it through the dark. Lucky you. Not everyone does. We lost one today. Jonas. He was a good harper. A good friend.
He was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean. He was always joking. Said it was good for morale, but he just liked seeing people laugh. He was a good harper. A good friend.
Sounds like you were close.
We were. Comrades in arms. I thought we could have been something more. one day, but too late now.
I'm sure he knew. I'm sure he cared for you as well.
I don't know. And I never will. I'm sorry. I'd like to be alone.
Ooh, okay. Not so hidden chest, but bit of gold. Always happy with that. Alright, and that's the entire area. Well, the entire outside area, that is. So we could go through the front door,
I don't.
but I did see this open section here, which I'm interested in, so let's go there first.
Free as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light.
Let's head inside. There's food and warmth to spare.
Sounds good. It's difficult to
You
tell.
look well equipped. Good. You wouldn't believe the state of some of these lads.
I was gonna say, it's a little bit difficult to tell who you've actually spoken to.
Ain't mine.
Sometimes they all look pretty similar. Okay, survival check somewhere? Maybe something buried out here. Definitely something buried out here, is my guess.
Assume nothing.
Who has a shovel? Okay, Karlak.
What's the story?
There we go.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Hear me, Moonmaid.
Ooh, Nothic Eye. Oh, okay. This just
Last Light
comes back into the docks.
here.
Listen.
Right. Anything else we need to look at on the outside of the structure? I think maybe not. Let's go through the front door. And, yeah, we'll work our way through the entire building. We'll speak to everyone. And, yeah, see if there's anything interesting. Obviously, there's another trader, so gonna have a look at their wares.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlak? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam, bam! We were all like, whoa!
Ever heard of the Blade of Frontiers, kid? If you like monster smashing, you might be a fan of his work.
Who's that?
A lovely chap. Didn't kick ass in the Blood War, but that's neither here nor there.
That's true. But he never got kidnapped by a devil either.
Huh?
Sorry, kid. Look, forget about us begrudges and bruisers. From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ha! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
Scamming with the greats? What kind of advice is that?
Sorry, soldier, but I didn't ask for your 2 coppers.
Ooh.
The advice I give a thief kid from the coast is between me and them.
Okay. Well,
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
yours is the first happy face I've seen in a good while.
I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
You got any stock for an extra special customer like me?
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone. But I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday.
A key, but I mean, we're pretty good at lockpicking. Yeah, I have no idea what I should do here, but let's see at least how much the key's going to cost.
This is a...
Oh my god.
valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is The price isn't changing.
Well, here's the thing. I assume we can still come back and buy it. So if we do find a door, a chest, which cannot be lockpicked, or maybe too high level or whatever, and we're certain that it might be this key, then we can come back for it and pay the 1,000 gold. We do have 1,000 gold, but I just don't feel like I want to spend 1,000 gold just yet, because there's a lot of other stuff that I think we're going to be spending our money on. So, yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back with the money.
Better hurry. I've got loads of interested parties.
Oh, sure you do. Let's take a look at the
Welcome
other
back.
wares, though.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Let's see. So we've got Cloak of Cunning Broom. When the wearer disengages, they also create a foggy cloud with 2-meter radius that lasts for 1 turn. Yes, that's right. We do have access to cloaks now. We did see another cloak in... I can't remember if it was the previous episode or the one before that. Evasive shoes, acrobatics +1, armor class +1. It's pretty straightforward. I don't know. I don't know if it's that beneficial compared to some of the other boots that we have. Spoon of saltiness. When salting food, the bearer of this shadow-cursed utensil will always add too little or too much, but never the right amount. Truly, the deviousness is top tier. What? Is this just glorified junk or whatever? I guess he's trying to sort of scam people, right? So maybe that's the whole idea of all of these items. I wonder if they all have... Yeah, they all have different descriptions, actually. So, ring of being really invisible. This ring is missing its gem, or perhaps it's just very invisible. Ring of infinite wishes. The exterior of this ring is roughly carved with nonsensical runes. Ring of resistance to ants. A glob of tree sap is studded with dead ants, occupies the space where this ring's stone once sat. Ring of the Lachenuses. A small pebble swings from a length of fishing line tied to this copper ring. Devotees of the goddess of Sune hold that the lyre's 7 strings represent the 7 different forms of love. Okay. Tarbell's Guide to Distractions. I would like to read this book. We haven't actually read this one, I don't think. Much read guide to chicanery, stagecraft, and earning a quick coin. Let's see. Decanter of nearly endless water. This decanter can, in fact, sometimes run out endless water. However, it will definitely regain its properties the next day, the day after, and for sure. Fishing Rod of Alertness. The wielder of this rod cannot be surprised unless something unexpected happens. Sending Shell. Faint whispers creep from this sending shell when you hold it close, yet the method of sending messages from it is unclear. I mean, I may as well buy the book, right? How much gold does he have? He doesn't really have any gold whatsoever. Alright, I'll buy at least the book.
Pleasure
and we'll
doing business with you.
Have a read of that. Maybe even the book is a scam. A comprehensive and practical guide to the craft of stage magic called Tarbell's Guide to Distractions. Creased pages indicate a much-read excerpt entitled Making Money with Magic. The wise magician knows never to perform for free. Too many already rush to call our craft cheap or second-rate, and point to arch-wizards and true masters of the arcane. Indeed, should any of those fine personages ever descend from their lofty towers to catch a show, they too think to lecture humble practitioners on the matter of art. The wise magician nods, smiles, and gently reminds such luminaries that true magic does not derive from staffs, grimoires, or very fine hats, but from hard work and persistence to the craft. This ought to inspire a response of such animated and gesticulated proportion that your assistant will have ample time to rifle through overburdened pockets. Thus, the wise magician demonstrates the importance of a good distraction, and the arch-wizard learns a valuable lesson in humility. I mean, we live in, well, I mean, not real life I'm talking about, but in Baldur's Gate we live in a world filled with actual magic, right?
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Yep. We'll have a chat with her in a sec. There's a map there. Ceres.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
I don't see Zevlor. Don't tell me he's missing as well.
Aye, and more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
Do you think the cult planned this, or was it a surprise attack?
It's hard to tell. We were alone in the darkness one moment, surrounded the next. This army of the Absolute is growing and flowing towards Moonrise. There's worse than goblins on the roads now. I thought we might pass unnoticed along the fringes of this place, escape the owlbear by hiding in its shadow, so to speak. You can see exactly how well that went.
Don't lose hope. The others might still be alive.
Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
Okay, so we've got to try and find Zevlor as well. There's a guest log over here. Jorah and Claudette Amster. Jasol Dominguez. Grey Eyes the Wizened. Athena Duchamp. Elo Uhur. Boo and Friend. The Mysterious Mr. Plaque. DJ Mulligan. Al-Kai Elope and Miles Lotz. Alice Gregor. James and Anne Byrne. Grace and Dylan Koff. Art Culloch.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
A lot of difficult names. Let's see what's through this door. I might want to just do a quick save in case we get into a difficult conversation that I do want to repeat.
You're heading into the towers, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard.
Ah, that's right. We're also looking for the Duke.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once.
Flaming Fist.
An extra blade could be the difference between rescuing Duke Ravengard or losing him forever. I hope you'll help us.
I mean, we're already on the case, right? And these guys are pretty generous. It seems like we can take a whole bunch of stuff. So let's let's do that. I want all these things. Especially the silver, because the silver can actually be worth quite a bit. What is that? Thin-soled shoes. Is this something that we wear when we're resting?
Have a gander
Maybe.
at the finest stock.
Just another crate.
Oh, someone's here and injured as well.
As I listen.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
I've heard the name Thaniel from a friend of mine, Holson.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir?
Can he hear you?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
Let me have a look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
If Gale was here... Let's try our hand at medicine. Let's observe him. Yeah, we've got inspiration, so we can redo this, I think. Ooh. quite needed.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself. Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness.
Did you already check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Okay. I wonder what the thing is, but we'll find out soon enough. Flame color. Do you know where you are?
If he does, he isn't sane.
Let's investigate. Look closer at him. There may be something we missed. Oh! Oh! Okay, well, we'll use our inspiration. That was horrible. Oh! Wow!
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
An instrument? Okay.
Like a parchment in his pocket.
Let's have a read of this letter. Assignee, art, color. Rank, flame. Objective, to obtain information about current activities in Moonrise Towers and its environs. Headed by Ketheric Thorm of the region's ancestral Thorm family. Orders. Take lodging in the Last Light Inn and begin investigation in the local House of Healing. Reports indicate corruption, but no corroboration has yet been obtained. Note: the region's Thorm family are long-standing devotees of Selûne, but rumors indicate a Sharon enclave might be gaining momentum. Investigate and report. Signed, Grand Duke Elton. Let's take a look at this journal entry. We found Art's last orders to investigate the House of Healing. If we follow in his footsteps, we might learn more about him. The House of Healing. Where would that be? Is it here in the Harper stronghold or somewhere else? I suppose we probably will find out sooner rather than later if we just continue exploring the area. And then there are those like calluses on his hand, so I'm not entirely sure what to make of that.
Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
That song, have you heard it before?
No, not till I met Art anyway. It seems to be all he remembers.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thank you.
Alright. Pressing on.
Last Light's best bargains, right here.
Stiffly shod boots. Letter from Councillor Floric. Let's have a read. To those searching for the Grand Duke, our Flaming Fist detachment is returning to Baldur's Gate for reinforcements. We have identified the Absolute Cult as Duke Ravenguard's abductors, and that Moonrise Towers is their base, but we are too few to assault it. Upon our return to the city, I will urge the immediate formation of an expeditionary force led by those new Steel Watchers, to attempt a rescue of the Grand Duke. In the meantime, we could be wrong, so keep searching. Be of stout heart. Help is on the way. Counselor Floric. Let's grab the tray here, and I think that's everything here. Oh, actually no, I forgot to check out the backpack up here, I think. Ah, okay, maybe I did. Did we look at all of this? Harper's testimonial. A Harper's testimonial, the last stand of Ketheric Thorm, chosen of Shar. The pursuant text describes a battle between Ketheric Thorm's faithful and magical Harper forces. I do not know what magic the Dark Justiciars summoned to our plane, but if it came from the Weave, then let it be cursed for eternity. For 3 days we sieged the towers. For 3 days their dark bolts cleaved our ranks. And on the 3rd day, as his men and women at last began to fall, Ketheric entered battle.
Shy? Have a gander at the finest stock.
Flow of the Keonthar. I can't recall reading this. Here you find a rich history of the Keonthar River. Evidently, it flowed through half a dozen settlements, more and more springing up over time, and the picture this book evokes is that lasts 100 years. One of barges drifting over the orange water under a burning autumn sky, and the barges smelling of casked wine, salted pork, exciting spices, less exciting spices like rosemary, which is still fragrant and nice, but altogether not terribly exciting, and children running barefoot by the banks, waving to the grinning, sweating sailors from their play among the river reeds. I think, maybe aside from some of this stuff here, that might be it.
How goes the treasure hunt?
I haven't found anything yet, but I will. I can feel it.
I doubt. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Not sure if we have a flute yet. I don't really know what we're going to do with musical instruments, to be honest, because, again, we don't really have a bard class. But,
Have a gander at the finest
I was sort of thinking about, you know, using Will to be a bard of some kind, but we've sort of gone against that now.
A faded advertisement, its message still faintly legible. Fresh veg and fancy fruit. Buy 2, get 1 free.
If this is about Roland, go away!
I'm trying to remember who Roland is, but we can just say, ignore Roland, he's just a grump.
He called me a ragged little devil!
True, but I don't think he meant it.
Then he should say sorry! All I did was tell him he shouldn't drink anymore. It was for his own good. He can barely stand up straight.
I get it. You were trying to look after for him.
Yeah. He did save us after all. Anyway, it's his loss.
What do you mean, his loss?
I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows.
That's a great gift. I'm sure he'll love it.
Maybe. Thanks for talking and stuff.
Alright, so... Oh, the kid's the bartender? I guess he's not really
There's
serving
another
people.
bottle of Arabella Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Oh, okay, this is the Roland dude. Do you want to talk about your sorrows instead of drowning them?
I'd rather drown than talk to a sanctimonious prick like you. If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time.
I heard about the attack in the Shadowlands. I am here to help.
Oh, sod off! I'm only here because you helped me and my family. I was ready to cut and run back at the Grove, but you had other ideas. Carl and Leo are taken in by your crap. You convinced them to play hero, and now they're gone.
Do you know where they are?
Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken.
If they're alive, I'll try and rescue them.
They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Jeez. He's a big complainer all the time, isn't he? Doesn't really want to take any action. Although, you know, he's trying to make it sound like it's our fault that they got into their own mess, but... I mean, we did sort of inspire them to some degree, maybe, but I mean... People can make their own decisions, right? Ooh, plenty of booze. Yes, please. One of these days I should actually do a long rest where we just use all of our booze. Let's have a chat with Umi.
I tried telling Mr. Roland that he'd had enough too. He didn't like it then either.
Well, we'll do you a favor and we'll, you know, remove most of the booze that you've got in stock. That way he won't be able to drink more. How about that?
Premium trinkets and doodah.
Okay. Oh, there's a bit of beer up this way. Do the canteens actually contain anything? No. They're just worth a little bit of gold. Not, like, super worthwhile, but...
Last night's best bargains, right here.
Give me trouble now.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the
Ooh.
finest stock.
What do we have here? Innkeeper's Journal. I'll have a read of that. May the Moon Maiden protect us. I delayed my meeting with Morfred, only to find the entire masonry had been raided and all its inhabitants taken for questioning. I doubt I'll ever see my brother again. If they get to him, I'll be next. One look at my shrine will tell on... hang on. One look at my shrine will tell on me. But I would not deny Our Lady of Silver, even under pain of what Ketheric has promised any who do not convert. The Way of the Wanderer. how to convey that which I know deep within myself to be true, would that I could bring each of you reading these words into this head of mine, this heart of mine, feeling as one. Perhaps then I could speak what words fail to describe. That home isn't home unless you're far from home. That love isn't love unless it unleashes you. That the sky is infinitely big as long as you can always see it. Do I make sense? I think not, but perhaps the peripatetic I don't even know what this word means, but the peripatetic patter of these words can create some rhythm, approximating the joy of feet on road with naught but everything ahead.
Being a grown-up tastes awful.
Do we have a chat with Jaheira right now? I think perhaps we could just continue looking around a little bit more. I think once we're done with the entire building, we'll have a chat with Jaheira and sort of see where things go from there. I don't know why these guys just don't clear out all of the rotten stuff from all of the crates. Makes sense to me.
What's that?
Something there. Just do a quick save here. We'll have a chat with Mercon first.
This place is awesome! There's so much stuff!
Are glass chalices worth something? No, not really.
Premium trinkets and doodah.
Harper Boar.
I haven't found anything yet, but I will. I can feel it.
No doubt. Just keep your eyes peeled.
A treasure hunt. Have a chat with him.
Good to see you're still breathing. It's the best we can hope for.
Alright, well, let's check this thing out. What do we have here? Scribbled note. The journal's script is antiquated, but its pages look like they've barely aged. How much longer must I languish here? I'd hoped to be in Baldur's Gate a 10-day ago, but that blasted toll house keeper won't accept my papers. When Father hears about this, he'll be furious. There is something odd about this village. People skulk like they've got something to hide. The shrines to Moon Maiden seem ill-tended and barren. I'd hoped to learn more about Ketheric Thorm, the villagers' leader, but talk of him seems to put people on edge. I'm not sure I can bear another hour in this loathsome place. Snowburst Ring. Snowburst. When the wearer deals cold damage, they also create a 4.5 meter circle of ice around the target.
Can't say I have. If I do, it'll be the first.
I can't say that that's like the most useful thing ever. Doesn't sound like the most useful thing. Okay, so that's that room, and there's still upstairs. Goodness me, this place is actually larger than I initially thought it was. Ooh, His Majesty. We better have a chat with His Majesty.
Hiss! I say hiss!
Your years of hunting and tracking have taught you to recognize a territorial animal when you see it.
I do not seek your territory, noble beast. Only a few moments of your time. Quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course.
We can admire the cat.
You've had enough, now go. Quickly, yes.
Lae'zel seems to disapprove of that. I don't know why, but you seem like someone who knows what he's about. Heard anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
Okay. If we find some milk, maybe we can bring some milk over here and see if we can give some milk to him. Oh! It's Raphael! Oh my lord, alright. What's gonna happen from here?
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
Okay. Lance board. I mean, it looks a whole lot like chess to me, but... Ooh, and I've got the right equipment. Yep, accidentally jostled the ball or Mole's way. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, we only need a 10 as well, that's good. Situational? What is this? Makes you more likely to succeed. Ooh, okay. That was close.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava! Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm.
Okay, it's not like it went unnoticed. We're gonna have to have a chat with Mole after this, 100%. And what is the other half?
My favorite kind, ambition. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter.
So, tell me, what is this region's history of tragedy? Although we have been sort of reading bits and pieces of it, right? Like, it's basically, I guess a bit of a tension, religious tension, I guess, between Sharon worshippers and the Selenites, right? I mean, that's at least the little that I could gather.
Why spoil it? It's all out there, waiting to be discovered. You never know what you might find if you just dig a little deeper.
Alright, well, you just stay away from Moll, you hear?
She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light.
You know, I've never been better.
Splendid. And yet, I have this picture in my head of you tossing and turning in the middle of the night, thinking strange things, dreaming strange dreams. And there's this little voice inside of you asking, is this my will, or is it the worm's? But you have no answer, and no way of knowing. The good thing is, though, there's only one little voice you really should listen to. Mine. See you soon.
Creepy feller, isn't he? Nice. Another inspiration. I like it. Will wants to talk to us again after all of that. I guess he approves because, you know, he's obviously supposed to be fighting devils and all that sort of stuff. Wow. There's a lot of journal updates here. And, oh yes, that's right. Should we have had Astarion with us in that conversation? Possibly. He might not like the fact that we've had that conversation without him. Oof. Hang on. Let's hide everything completed. Companions, the Pale Elf. We met Raphael at Last Light Inn, but he left before Astarion could ask him anything. Oh no. Okay, Raphael seemed to think we'd meet again soon though, so perhaps Astarion will have another opportunity. Yikes. Okay, right. I should have remembered that. My bad. Gonna live with it though. That's fine. Let's see. Wizard of Waterdeep. Gale's mentor, the greatest wizard. Elminster sought him out. Yeah, we need to learn more about this heart and how else it might be defeated. Yep. The Hellion's heart. Yep, that's fine. Get the Yankee Warrior. We agreed to meet him in Baldur's Gate. Yep, so we're working on that, obviously. Yeah, I'm worried about Astarion leaving us if we don't sort of do some of the stuff that he wants to do. And a whole bunch of other stuff that we've only just discovered here in the Harper Stronghold. Enter the Astral Prism? Can we even still do that? The Inquisitor called the artifact the Astral Prism. We communicated with the Lich Queen Vlaakith, who told us there is someone inside the artifact and that we should kill them. We can combine the artifact with the Planecaster to enter it. Okay, so we could still go back to perhaps maybe the Crash and complete this quest line, maybe? But, I mean, I assume we cannot leave the Astral Prism unless the Guardian is dead, right? So, anyway, let's have a chat with Will.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
Yeah, we need to warn her away from Raphael before it's too late.
We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
And if she doesn't?
Then Raphael collects another trophy, and Mol sells her independence to the Hells.
You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom.
I can't imagine what cruel penance Mol would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
Okay. Yeah, we do need to obviously chat with Jaheira. We're almost there, I promise, guys. We've been just having too much fun just exploring the area and having a chat with various people. Oh my goodness, there's still heaps more. I think this is the top level though, so we shouldn't really have anything else, unless there's maybe an attic above this one. But yeah, we'll find out in the next episode, that's for sure. When we come back, we'll hopefully try and progress the main storyline by having a chat with Jaheira. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode at the very least. Drop me a like if you did. Chuck us some comments and suggestions down below as usual. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.